Hello, how you doing? Anthony Vessecchia here with Scratch Golf Academy. Today I want to give you a few drills to help you load your trail foot and unload it so that you can generate more ground force and more power towards the target. So the first drill that we're going to do is using a Dynaball. There's a couple brands that make them, but the difference between this Dynaball and a wall ball is the Dynaball's got tougher stitching, so when you're throwing it against a wall, it's not going to bust open like some of the other wall balls. So find one, you'll be able to tell the difference between the two. Get yourself a solid Dynaball or use a slam ball. A slam ball will work just as well. The only difference with the slam ball is it'll hit the wall and come straight down on the ground. It won't bounce back. So I like to use this one to bounce back because I'm lazy and I don't want to walk over and get it every time. I do have a partner here, so I'm not going to throw it as hard as I would at a wall. And if you have a partner, just have them stand back further if you need to throw it really, with some real power, or you're in a yard or something like that. This is a great drill, like I said, for generating power through the target and getting and loading your trail foot and pushing off. Another important thing here too is to not let your upper body get ahead of your waist. I want you to get used to being in that proper position after your club has released and the ball's gone, where you're still with your head over your trail knee. I don't want you to get used to diving with your upper body to throw this, because this will throw off your coordination for your golf swing. So let's try to keep them all in one. All right. So again, important, make sure your head is here. I'm going to give it a couple tosses. I'm going to load into it. And when I load into it, I try to set the ball right into my trail pocket. So I'm going to take it, set it in my pocket, and release. If you notice, I didn't throw hard with my arms. I let it come from my hip. So I'm really gonna push my trail hip right to where my front hip was and replace it and throw it towards my target. So again, I'm going to load and release, okay? Then load and release. You'll do about 15 on one side, switch around and throw 15 on the other, and that one's just really for coordination. You should be able to finish the same way instead of getting in this position like that. Again, let's let the hip throw the ball. So that's your first drill. It's just a load and unload toss, just like that. So I'm really gonna load that trail leg and unload it, all right? Now, the next one is gonna force me into a loaded trail foot instead of just having to set the ball in the pocket. This one is gonna be a cable punch. And I'm gonna put it at a heavy enough weight to pull me into that trail leg to go ahead and load it. So if you see here, I have, 55 pounds or something on it right now. So automatically, just holding it here, I'm already loaded on my trail side. I like to hold with two hands to get it started in that motion. So I'm really starting from my hip. So I'm not putting a bunch of stress on my anterior deltoid or one of my pec tendons or something like that, or getting back here too far and putting too much stress on the biceps. So stay safe, pin it to your rib cage, and let's punch through this position. All right, so I'm going to load my trail leg and push to my front. Same movement that I did on the Dynaball drill is I want to make sure that my head stays over my trail knee as I release, okay? That doesn't mean I'm gonna slide too much. I'm gonna clear my hip, but I don't want my upper body coming with me. I don't wanna punch like this. Also, if you do that in boxing or fighting, you're just pushing your head into their jab or their punch. So it's about rotation in most sports. So this is a punch, same in kickboxing and boxing. It's a rotation that gives you power, not a lunge, okay? So again, we're gonna load it and punch. And when you get out there, hold it, because the whole point of this is to have a heavy weight, and we're getting used to pushing off that trail foot and getting to the lead foot. So it's not a speed drill. We have plenty of other videos for that. This one is about loading and unloading and getting the feel on the ground. Do about 10 to 15 on one side, spin around, do the other side, give me 3 sets of that one. Now for your last one, this is a swing drill that helps with the same thing. This also helps with your downswing sequencing as well. So it really helps you get your hips starting the downswing. Sorry, I have a little bit of air in here. All right, now we're good. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna set up to the golf ball, then you're going to step back behind it just like this. And as your hands pass your trail pocket, you're going to step and rotate through, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're going to set up. As they get there, I'm going to step and rip the weight or rip the club right back down, okay? So again, before this foot hits the ground, hopefully you've started that transition with your hands back down. Again, this is not necessarily a swing drill. What I'm trying to do here is really, by stepping, I've completely loaded my trail leg, and as I step down, I start my transition. So it's just helping me get that load and unload motion again, okay? So it also, again, helps a lot with sequencing. So we're gonna set up, step back, okay? And you don't wanna step out here, stop, pause, then go. Make it all one quick thing where that club's getting ripped right back down. All right, and then switch your grip, hit a couple on the other side, just so you can work on your coordination. Okay, so make sure you're working both sides of that. Make sure you subscribe, save this video, hit the notification, like this video. You know what to do, all those different things. That way we can keep bringing you more content.